I want to show you a simple, effective routine and practice sequence you can do to help, free up the motion in your golf swing. And it's inspired by the great legendary Ben Hogan. He had a fantastic swing and fantastic footwork, and he really swung well from the ground up and had a great sequence of motion in the swing. And, you know, average golfer, we don't spend enough time working on our footwork and how we're moving. We all want to get into and hit the ball, right? We got the ball in front of us and I'm going to hit that ball and I'm going to swing at it with my arms and give it a good shot. And we don't pay attention to what we're doing with our feet. And it's so important in our movements to start from the ground up and get a good sequence and good footwork. And that really helps free up the golf swing. So I'm just going to demonstrate that for you. So one thing about Ben Hogan, when he was setting up, he'd pick up the club and he'd be feeling it and waggling it, and he'd be taking a look at that target. He'd be staring down that target, almost like a tiger eyeing his prey there, kind of visualizing where that ball was going to go. And it's interesting to watch his practice swings, especially when he was standing on the tee. He'd be doing this, and then he would take a step back, then he would turn his body, then he would step forward, and then swing through. So he just wasn't standing there and kind of doing a practice swing like this, like a lot of us do. He was activating, moving from the ground up, triggering himself to move properly in his pre-swing. So hold the club up, take a step, turn, step, turn. So again, a little bit more flowing. So the sequence of the stepping and the turning is really, really important. So you do it as slow as you need to at first. So to demonstrate that again. Once I start swinging that club back, I'm going to step first, then do my backswing turn. To start down, then I'm going to step forward. I want to make sure this step forward happens before I start down. And with a well-timed swing, it will actually happen as you're turning back. The stepping forward will happen naturally. That's not something you can think about in your golf swing, but if you keep working on the timing of the footwork, it'll become more instinctive for you. So back, step, step, turn. So the step always comes first before the turn. So I step back, step forward, turn through. So it's just a good way to activate the swing, to get ready to make a golf swing. And if I'm hanging the club down low in front of me, some players like to do that. Well, step, step, turn. You'll feel that rhythmical to and fro motion. And it's a little bit harder than it looks in the beginning. So do it slowly to make sure to get the sequence correct. Step, turn, turn. So this way I'm not just standing there and making a practice swing with my upper body. I'm kind of getting everything moving right from the ground up and getting a nice free body rotation. Makes it easier to turn. It also will take the stress off your back too. So if you have some back problems, some hip restrictions, working a little bit on the footwork will really help that for you. Will help free up the back and the hips for you, make it easier to turn. Just like that. So you don't even need to be hitting golf balls with that if you're working on the footwork, just to get the feel for it. And if you're if you're stuck at home, like you're us in Winnipeg, it's winter time, we're not getting out on the golf course anytime soon, and you don't have a hitting net set up and don't have room to swing a golf club, well, you don't have to worry about that. Use the swish drill to do it. So just turn the club over, hold it up in your hands like we're doing the swish drill, and work on the footwork. Step, turn, and get that club to swish. Great way to feel that sequence, free up the swing, get good footwork going at the same time. Just like that. And then if you do have a chance to hit, well, tee one up and let her fly. Work on your footwork a little bit and then just tee it up and let it go. Just try to feel that swing coming from the ground up with a good free swing. Just like that, maybe. But, doing the drills will really help to kind of program it for you so that you don't have to think about it when you're swinging the golf club. You can just walk into it and you can react and just go. So the drills will help your swing motion and they also help your mobility. So give those a try. We'll see you again.